What we're looking for is, or looking into is perfect competition. I'm going to use apples because no matter who produces it, it's relatively the same. Okay. This first curve over here on your left, this is the market and supply for apples. That's why it is downward sloping. Okay. What we learn from that is we know what the equilibrium is, right? It's right here. Okay. So using that equilibrium, we can also determine what's going to happen for an individual firm. The individual firm is over on your right. And what you can see is that demand curve is flat all the way across, okay? What that says is that this individual firm is a price taker, not a price maker, okay? For example, would this firm go up to $11 to sell apples? Well, he could, but nobody would buy them because the market demand is 10. Could he or she lower to $9? Well, they could, but that would be crazy. They'd be losing money because they can sell at 9. Okay. Now we're going to focus on this individual demand curve. Okay. And figure out what our profit is. Okay. I've underlined that this is a firm. Now, one thing that you do need to know, that their demand curve line in black is also referred to as Mr. Darp. Okay. Marginal revenue equals demand equals average revenue equals price, okay? It all represents, this black solid line represents all of these. Well, why marginal revenue? Because if I sell one more crate of apples, I get another $10. And remember, marginal means one additional unit. What do I get from that? That's also my demand curve. We already looked at that on the last slide. Average revenue, you know how to do that from the last unit that we did, and it's also equal to price. We know that that's $10 because they are price takers. Okay, now if you notice, I've already found my maximizing profit spot, right? It's right here. Well, why is that my maximizing profit spot? Because it is where MR equals MC. And then I follow it down to 10. Okay, so what this says right here is this is where I want to operate. But my question is, how much profit am I making here at this point? Okay, well, I think the very first thing I need to figure out is I need to figure out my total costs. Okay, so that's easy. Again, I find MR equals MC. And from 10, I'm going to make this a different color here. From 10, I'm going to follow it up to, yeah, you got it, my total cost or my average total cost curves. And I follow it over here. Okay, so let's say that that's $9. Okay, all right, so I know what my total costs are. My total costs are 9 times 10, right? 9 times 10 equals 90. So I know that that's what my total costs are. All right, well, where's my revenue? Well, my revenue is what's left over. That's just in this little yellow box right here. Okay, I also know what my total revenue is, right? And total revenue, don't forget, it's price times quantity. So 10 times 10 equals 100. Okay, so what is my profit? Well, profit is total revenue minus total cost. So my total revenue is 100 minus my total cost is 90. So I'm making a whole $10. Woo! So that's how you would figure out your total revenue, total cost, and of course your profit for an individual firm.